What's up, you guys? It's Layla Lynn, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're talking about the life of Ashlee Jenae Robinson. Her life was taken by most accounts. Her life was taken while she was on vacation with her fiance in Tanzania. So, we're going to talk about exactly what happened to her in this video because there are a lot of conflicting stories, a lot of conflicting information about how her life came to an end. So we're going to get into that. But first, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And I also do crime on my secondary channel. And I'll be following this story on my secondary channel, Crime and Context with Layla Lynn. I'm going to actually make a separate video on camera for that channel. So make sure you subscribe and we'll really get into it. We'll get into more details there. But I want to start here. So as you can tell by her Instagram, she's like a soft life influencer, a lifestyle girly. And so she posts pictures of her, like the highlights. Instagram, for most people, is like the highlights of your life. So, like most people, she was posting the highlights of her life on Instagram. And she introduced her boyfriend last year and said they had been together for 1 year. On November 3rd, 2025, she posted 365 down, here's to forever. So this is like a serious man, a man that she wanted to take serious. I'll put it that way. So they had been together going on 2.5 years. They went on a safari vacation in Tanzania and she did not return. It was her birthday and she did not return from her birthday. And there's not much coverage of this. There's not much coverage of this at all, like on CNN or even like the local news for her hometown. There's not much coverage of this at all. So I feel like on social media, like if you're a content creator, if you're watching this, like I feel like this is something that needs attention. Like more content creators need to talk about what happened to her because this girl needs justice. So on her Instagram, her very first post is basically her saying she loves living life. She has the living and the greater than sign, like nothing is better than living. So that's telling you this is a girl that loves life. And so for her fiance to say she took her own life, it just seems on the outside looking in, it just seems unlikely that a person who loves life, their first post on social media is that they love living life. It just seems unusual for someone like that to take their own life, especially by a rope. Her fiance is reportedly saying that she took her own life by a rope. If you guys get what I'm saying, that she tied a knot in a rope and took her own life. And I'm going to show you, I was going through her Instagram and I saw it looks like she went on a vacation or to a museum, whatever, and she was looking at ropes, which is really weird. It's really weird. It's so many red flags on her Instagram. Let me get back to it. Like when you see her, this is just 7 weeks ago. It says she's in New Orleans, Louisiana, came for the bead, stayed for the fields. And it's like this museum encasement of like different knots, like different ways to tie a knot. And I feel like something is wrong here for someone who allegedly took her own life via a knotted rope. Something is wrong here. I don't know. Something, this is a red flag. I can't tell you what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. But I just feel like something is wrong here. And it gives foul play to me. It gives foul play. Like it just makes me wonder. And again, this is speculation. Like, did your fiance want you to post that picture? Did he specifically point that out to you? There are people who take pleasure in ending the lives of other people. Like I saw some comments where people were wondering if this was like a life insurance scheme, if he had a life insurance policy out on her. But most life insurance policies don't allow a payout if the person took their own life. And sometimes when partners take the life of their partner, it is for their own enjoyment. I'll just put it like that because I don't want to get into it too much. But it's for their own enjoyment. And so people are wondering if he took her on this elaborate vacation. He took her to Tanzania, which I've actually been to myself. If you want to do safaris and things like that, East Africa is where you need to go. So he took her to Tanzania and proposed. Let's see if this will play. And so I can't play the music, but you see, they have the animals tamed or whatever. I guess but they have the animals there. And behind the animal, you see him proposing to her. And it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. His name is Joe McCann. He's like a crypto guy. He has a crypto company where he allegedly gets his wealth from. And that's who she was with. This was her 31st birthday vacation. You can see here, see how it says happy birthday, Ashlee? It's her 31st birthday. And so, just like I said, from the outside looking in, this looks like someone who loves life. It doesn't look like someone who would take their own life, especially on her birthday vacation. Now, there are trends of men taking the lives of their partners while on like elaborate vacations. Like they go out of the country specifically because they know the laws will be applied differently. Like femicide in other countries, like the laws will be applied differently. So there are stories. There's even a Netflix documentary. Let me get the name of it. Trophy Wife. There's a Netflix documentary called Trophy Wife where the man specifically took his partner out of the country in order to allegedly unalive her. And it's something that happens. Unfortunately, it is something that happens purposely. I cannot say that this man took her life. What I am saying, though, is that it looks suspicious. It looks suspicious. And so Ashlee had a good friend that is a PR person, Savannah Britt, and she's been posting about it. She shared the official statement from the family of Ashlee. Ashlee's full name is Ashlee Robinson, and her family posted a letter and said Ashlee Robinson was on what should have been one of the happiest trips of her life, a birthday celebration in Zanzibar, Africa. Zanzibar is in Tanzania. Tanzania is the name of the country. Zanzibar is a small island off of it. They say Ashlee's birthday was April 5th. She just turned 31, surrounded by beauty, love, and wildlife. She became engaged during a safari, an unforgettable moment that marked the start of a future she was excited to build. She and her fiancé, Joe McCann, were staying in a luxury villa at the Zori, Zanzibar. Zori means beauty, so like beautiful Zanzibar. Continuing what we believe was her dream trip. But just days later, the dream turned into our family's worst nightmare. Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. Nothing about this loss feels real. One moment she was celebrating love and life in truly Ashlee fashion, and the next she was gone. The suddenness, the unanswered questions, and the distance from home have made this tragedy even more overwhelming for our family. At this time, there's an active investigation into the circumstances surrounding Ashlee's suspicious passing. Although we have many questions, we are placing our trust in the officials in Zanzibar and are working closely with them as we seek clarity and answers. Ashlee was deeply loved. She was vibrant, full of life, and had so much ahead of her. Our family is completely devastated, and we appreciate the prayers and compassion we have received as we navigate this unimaginable loss. We respectfully ask that any information not directly provided by our family be treated as unverified and not considered factual at this time. This is from the Robinson and Indrat's family. And her friend, in addition to that, her friend posted, "This is the official statement from Ashlee Jenae's father on her untimely passing. Also, like to add that I find it very alarming that an American woman died abroad days ago, and prior to my initial tweet, nothing had been said from our State Department, Tanzanian government, or local media. We have to remain vigilant about our people when incidences happen abroad and echo their names. I hope justice will be served for Ash. She was an amazing human being who touched a lot of lives." And that is still true. It's been like 24 hours. And it's still true. When I go to look up like Ashlee's name, it's coming up on very small websites, like Tanzanian websites, but it's not coming up like CNN, State Department. It's not getting a lot of news coverage at all. And I feel like people who do these type of crimes or alleged crimes, that's what they count on. They count on it not being in the news cycle. They count on it not being a Natalie Holloway situation. Because a woman who looks like this is no Natalie Holloway. So that's what they count on it not being. They count on the nation not looking for this girl. And so I feel like we just got to say her name, repeat her name, and get an investigation going. That's a true investigation. You guys leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation. I know a lot of people are talking about the fact that she was in an interracial relationship and she made tweets about, dating white men and things like that. But I don't feel like there's one race of men that you're safe with, whether it be white men, black men, Asian men. I don't think there's a particular race of men that you're safe with. You have to evaluate every situation that you enter into. So I wouldn't say that she passed away trying to live a soft life as a divester, downing black men or rejecting black men or anything like that I do see being said about her. I don't agree. I feel like a lot of times you wouldn't expect the person that you lay your head next to be the person to take your life. You wouldn't expect it, but it does happen. And because I report on crime, like on my crime channel, I see that some people take pleasure in taking the lives of others. Like it's not just an accident or an argument all the time. Some people take pleasure in it. So you have to be careful. Y'all leave a comment, share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.